Bully Sentai assholers.
I don't even know who I was calling an asshole. I just said it. I'm like a...
Everyone's an asshole. That's like the motto. If the Weeb Club had like a motto, it would be just like, we're all assholes. I don't know where I was going with that. Look.
3, 2, 1. 今夜もミュージック君へのラッキー笑い合って抱き合って幸せにほらなれるように
You know what? I'm not gonna lie. This possibly destroys my argument for making it a hentai. Although I meant more if it was a hentai without restrictions, lol, but yeah. If Koisuru Asteroid was made into a hentai, it probably wouldn't have been anywhere near as popular.
Alright. How can I, like, delete what from existence? Is that possible?
Well, first you have to buy a gun.
Got it. Already own 3 of them.
Step 2 is question mark, question mark,
My
question
right
mark.
peck, my left
and
peck.
part
Question
3
mark, question
is
mark,
what's
question
dead. Because
No.
I'm not smart enough to think about part 2.
No.
Oh.
Try that again. So
Flex
step
on
1,
what's channel is
step
step
1.
3.
Yeah, step 1 is buy a gun. Step 2, question mark, question mark, question mark. Step 3, flex on what the what's dead body. Well,
I forgot the epic flex.
I am the biggest Funimation shill. I'm a consumer. I consume so hard that I don't even use their fucking platform.
Corporate fucking shill. Don't ask questions. Just consume product.
Don't
God.
ask questions. I do the product by not consuming
No one
it.
should ever. God, I'm gonna kill myself.
Me first. You can't beat me, Vindy. I die first.
No.
This is suicide race now, homie. Let's go.
Bet.
Okay. So, welcome to another episode of the BSA, because we all called each other's assholes, and I guess that means this is the BSA now. Welcome again. I'm Asshole Blue, Asshole Light Blue, and Asshole Green. That's right, I memorized the colors because that was a thing that we used to do. Hello.
That podcast. What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
What? I don't know. Anyway, we have some comments. First, we're gonna go through the first seasonal that happened this week, which there were definitely comments. There were definitely comments. Like Ninmanji, who said, if the Weeb Club were in an orgy, Crafts on top because he's old and weak and would be crushed under any of you. Vindy middle, because he's the most thirsty for homies. What on
Didn't
bottom?
I say in the episode dibs on middle?
Yeah, what on bottom?
agreed
Because
with you.
he's a bottom and can handle the girth of both Crafts and Vindy on top, because he's strong and works out. So, none.
I agree.
None?
All of that makes sense. All of that
no,
makes
no,
sense.
no,
Someone write a fan fiction. I expect to see it on my desk.
Is it gonna have consensual underage sex in the fucking tags, too? You'll find out what that means next week. You'll find out what that means. I don't like how you both laughed at that.
was
But
great.
anyway, Ninmanji, why did you think so deeply and hard about that? Why did you...
Oh, he thought real hard about it.
Yeah, he did. Honestly, it's kind of concerning. Before we go forward real quick, somebody commented more about your weird fucking fetishes, Craftsdwarf. We have here,
thank God it's
was it
not
Guts biting Casca's breasts, the horny horse approaching Furnice, Serpico burning his mom, or the girls being thrown into the Kushan Demon Maker?
See, okay, I just want to say I appreciate that. They gave me scenes. I think I was bitching about it on the stream, Vindy, or was it last time where I'm just talking
No,
about
it was
how,
on the stream. It was on the stream.
what? Yeah, where they get you can't just say character or arc. You have to give me like a scene, like a character give boner. No, that's not how it works. Anyway,
Well, speaking of that, I wanted to talk about this comment from Try Guy. Vindy, tell me what Craftsdwarf PM you. One more thing, Vindy. You are surrounded by some old-ass peeps. I look at how they look IRL. Craftsdwarf is at least on his 40s, and WattheWut is also in his let 30s. Yet you are the only young ones stuck here. So I am the youngest, but I don't think it's that big of an age.
I don't understand. Like, see, here's the thing, Vindy. I didn't understand a goddamn word that man said. So Dot replies to them, goes confused, and I go, "Is this English?" Because I don't understand what the fuck he said.
Dot's comments are okay, but Dot's replies to other people's comments are some of my favorite things in the Weeb Club comment section.
I don't know.
We'll get to another one in a second.
I was gonna say I liked his. I did like his comment on this one where it's like I haven't even listened to the podcast yet, and you guys are clowns. Which I guess is kind of a reply because it's obviously talking about the Bacchanal comment, but it's so. I just keep saying it. I laugh every time. Like, oh my god.
Well, like it's funny because I mean, I don't think the age gap is that big between even me and
it's like a year. It's like a year.
I think it's a year at most, right?
No, it is literally a year.
You're 22 and he's 24, or what? Or
I'm 22 and he's
I'm
21.
21.
Oh, okay.
What the
Never mind.
fuck?
God, you guys are babies. God.
Just because you're 6,000.
Just because you want us to be babies, Craftsdwarf, doesn't mean we are.
Yeah, Craftsdwarf's like, I can't wait to be in a club with babies.
I love the babies. Consensual underage sex.
Children are. See, look, I'm in a podcast with annoying fucking children. I'm losing my mind.
Flare comments.
Slowly.
What the what
God.
is the lolicon now? He wants Marnie's tiny toes to tiptoe on his tongue. Now I cannot confirm or deny, but I will say Marnie.
Can we just be honest that Marnie isn't even the best Sword and Shield girl because Sonya exists with her good side ponytail and her good blue sweater and her big titties? Like, hello? No. B isn't okay. Bea. Okay, I forgot how to pronounce fucking phonetic rules of English. B-E-A. When two vowels go walking,
one of them
the first one does the talking, and the second one stays
Jerry
silent.
fucking Seinfeld. Okay, so I'm gonna say Bea because it does not make me think of fucking. You like jazz, so I'm not gonna say it.
B.
But anyway, look. Listen.
She doesn't have TiVo. She has HIVO, but it's a terrible, terrible disease.
All I'm gonna say is that I really want is just Johannes toes, you know.
How is it that like we joke about Vindy having the feet fetish, but what is 1% the one of us who's most into feet?
Yeah, the only toes I want to suck is Lagos.
Sweet. Woo. Speaking of feet, I just got back from watching the Sonic movie, and I can't
Did you
confirm
like when you see the underside of his foot through his sock?
I clapped in the theater. I was like, yes, there it is. I saw his fucking weird animal feet.
Maybe the Sonic movie is cursed after all.
It is really cursed.
No, the Sonic movie's good. What's stupid? What's a stupid bitch? The Sonic movie is...
It's mid.
Very, look, for a children's movie and for, like, a video game movie, it's like...
Okay, yeah.
Like, look, obviously, it's no fucking, like, it's not The Godfather. But, like,
Who
for, like,
said
a video game movie...
Okay, you can't just be like... You see, it is good now because it is not the Godfather.
Hedgehog, so.
Whoa!
Okay, so to move on, before we get canceled for Craftsdwarf's
were
bad
the
opinions,
kids were the old guys in Godfather too young for you?
I don't know. I was just like falling asleep.
Wait. We have a better version.
I connected too much to the characters. I'm old and I was falling asleep.
Damn it.
That's it.
Fuck. Let me see. So Jordan, our artist, once again replies with, "Isn't it wild how MHA shows you all their names every episode, but you just can't remember any of them? Imagine being stuck for 5 minutes trying to remember what Froppy's real name is." And of course, Vindy, Froppy's wife, Froppy's biggest stan, knew what her name was from the moment Jordan commented that.
No, I mean, it's just like, her name is Suyosui. Like, it's not hard. Like,
I remember
sorry,
the
I
part,
remember
but you remember
characters'
the full name
names
off the top of your head.
Damn, you said that shit fast too, damn.
What? Sorry, I know characters' names. Ugh.
So, and then Hannah comments, how does what watch Sunshine without exploding from Yohane overdose? And I reply with, that's implying I don't already. You're implying that listen, this is how bad it is. Every time I watch Love Live, it like anything slightly emotional happens and I start crying like a goddamn baby. I'm broken. I listen to the first 5 notes of Snow Halation and the tears are already starting. I'm broken. I'm not sane anymore. Something's happened.
You cried on our Christmas you were hard crying on our Christmas episode just talking about
I fucking sobbed in my Chica video, Vindy, and that wasn't even me faking it. It was just happening. Ooh, I'm broken. Help me.
I wanted to really quickly. Gabriel Wright Dunn says, I don't know how I didn't pick up on the Bakugo pun thing. Mind blown. if you want to see more genius shonen analysis, go check out Vindy's chapter reviews.
Is that what this
full
is?
Of good, hard-hitting, hitting right at the heart of the manga.
Yeah.
Go check him out.
Yeah,
He's
bet
a
that's
smart
what it
man.
is. Yeah, I bet that's what it is.
It's definitely not 30 minutes of me screaming about how I want power to suck all the blood out of me and kill me in my sleep, but...
Oh my god, the fucking Reddit. Okay, keep going. I'll go to the Reddit after we're done looking at comments.
I also love this one, not even necessarily for, but, so Andrew Hicks says the Weeb Club is themes, and if we're gonna stay on the thing of, like, Dot's great replies, he just says, is autism a theme?
I mean, according to a certain Star Wars YouTuber, it is, in fact. You see, all Moe shows are idealized autism. That's all they are, and that's all they'll ever be.
There were other good comments, but there's honestly, at this point, there's like too many to respond to every single one.
I mean,
but,
we can do that. That's my favorite part of this fucking pod.
Yeah, I love comments. They're so fun. And we still have to go through the Seraphic Blue.
That's kind of what I was
god.
implying.
Okay, so we finally fucking I finally fucking uploaded the Seraphic Blue fucking playthrough.
I love, Sting of Tomorrow, finally. A playthrough of my favorite game of all time. Of course he has a fucking Tokyo Ghoul avatar.
He's a fucking Godeki avatar.
He better be joking, but either way, it's funny.
That's the thing, is like between the name and his like avatar, he could be one. He's either like on, the deepest level possible, or he's like actually unironic.
My favorite part about the Seraphic Blue playroom, because I wasn't on it really quickly, but my favorite part is when you were trapped in a room and you read a book that's just Shawshank backwards. That's like the best thing I've ever seen in my life. That shit was so funny.
We didn't realize that it was Shawshank backwards because our minds were so drained that we were like, can we just fucking read the book? What is he talking about? Oh no, fucking end it. And then as I was editing, I fucking saw it and I was like, Crafts, do you see this shit? I am so fucking mad.
Yeah, I've never seen the movie or read the book, so very sad.
I also love, there were 2 bot comments. My favorite one is, Traptown HCC says, I enjoyed your video, smiley face. Keep it up. Would you like to be YouTube friends? And then a different smile. The first smiley face was with closed parentheses, and the second one was with closed bracket. Like, what?
No. But look at the hero Dot.
Yeah, I love Dot's. I'm sure this is a very real comment, and you definitely watch the video. It's so funny.
Dot, you hero. Oh my god. Okay. Guitar Skater comments, man, this game is an endurance run. Anyone that can muster the strength to beat this shit deserve the fucking One Piece. Did you catch what he did? The fucking man. No. The beginning is fucking...
Oh my god. Oh my god. Look, Guitar Skater is the smartest man on planet Earth. Oh my god.
God. I also like, Dot had another comment where he's like, this game is very subtle, which is just,
What a subtle way of putting it.
Exactly.
What a Seraphic Blue way of putting it.
For the day the episode came out, Craftsdwarf's entire server was the Seraphic Blue fan club for like a couple hours.
Oh, and people were shitting on it. They were posting quotes of the game and like, did a 14-year-old write this? Did a 12-year-old write this? Like,
we haven't even got into lower blacks.
First of all, I do want to say, look, I agree that the game gets terrible at the end, but at the beginning, y'all were big fucking babies. Like, what? You complained more, like on the title screen, you said more words complaining about the game than the game had dialogue.
Vindy,
yet.
So come here, listen to me. The game has a 45-minute cutscene of all this shit. It exposits you all this shit. Listen. And then at the end, it tells you to forget everything because the beginning doesn't matter.
Well, okay.
I'm not saying it's good, but I'm saying when you've spent more words complaining about it than the game has said to you yet, you're being a fucking baby.
It's entertaining, Vindy.
You're a baby.
Vindy,
you want me to be a baby. You would want me to be a baby, wouldn't you, fucking weirdo? You fucking degenerate.
The one boss that's the express on the the separate Discord thing we have for recording it. Like the we've seen that edgy little like devil head or devil wing, angel wing fucking eyes bleeding. Like, we had an expectation going in on some level,
No.
so... Anyway,
it's just funny to call you out babies, and then also the fact that your ability is called Hatred Edge.
Hatred
one
Edge!
Of my
Hatred Edge!
It's one of my favorite things of all time. Like,
Hatred Edge gets a lot of heavy use in.
oh
I think it's,
I can't wait.
Yeah, I think it's
Okay.
episode 3 because that's when I actually needed to use it. Because I'm the kind of person when I play RPGs is I like do the bare minimum until I need to put in more than the bare minimum. Like,
Wow.
like
Well, it sounds
in
like his real
Pokemon,
life.
I was like 20. In Omega Ruby, I beat before I was like 18 levels under leveled, like between my highest and their highest. Like my level 52 Azumarill
Well, Mega Ruby's for
versus
fucking
level
babies.
58 or
I
60
love
something.
Pika Blue.
Anyway, but
Anyway,
yeah.
now let's go to the Reddit because we have congratulatory posts for our good friend Vindy here. Congratulations, Vindy, for winning the 34th annual Rad Olympics. We all know he could, but we're still all very proud. Everybody clap. How does it feel, Vindy, knowing that you have a medal?
I like to thank God. I like to thank my parents. I like to thank the Sonic movie for giving me the motivation to carry on.
Giving you the feet.
I'd also like to thank Dumbbell. Previous Weeb Club episode, that show showed me that, anyone can work out. If a hot gal can work out and get really cool and fit, I can do it too. And it's that drive that helped me win the Rad Olympics. So, thank you guys.
Also, speaking of feet, we have this.
Sora feet. Look, it's so funny because I played the Kingdom Hearts 3 Remind earlier this week. And this is just a quick story, but I was talking to my friend about it, and the Kingdom Hearts 3 DLC goes really hard into how much Sora and Kairi are definitely gonna fuck each other. And
Hey,
I just messaged
Craftsdwarf,
my
how you
friend. I was
doing?
like, no, because look, because Sora has like massive Disney shoes on, right? Like he has big old clown shoes. And I just messaged my friend, like independent of saying this, like, do you think Sora's dick is fucking massive because of how big his shoes are? And this proves it. Look at how big his feet are.
Hey, Craftsdwarf, how you doing? I'm not doing too good, honestly.
Yeah.
Keep up the
You're
good
about to do
commentary,
real good.
buddy.
Let's move on to MHA.
Make sure you patron us if you want more content. If you want us to play more bad video games. Let's move on to MHA.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, the more... No, really quickly. Like, I do think that's a good point. Like, the more money we get on Patreon, the more we can justify spending time playing terrible, like, games
yeah.
together.
Which
Yeah, like,
apparently
it doesn't-
falls into the genre
have
of
AIDS.
terrible JRPGs, because Vindy's interested in, what is it, Yik, aka Y2K?
Well, it's technically not JRPG because it was made by an American guy, but
It's
it's
gameplay,
JRPG
yeah,
inspired,
yeah.
right?
Please
Yeah,
patron
right.
us so we can play Kanye
Just-
Quest. I'm begging you. I
The
want
more,
to play Kanye Quest.
yeah, well, like, the more y'all give us money, the easier it is for us to justify playing terrible games and giving you all more content that you definitely want. So,
All right. Now let's move on to My Swag Academia.
Play the
Play
OP.
intro. And now is the part where we all scream at Craftsdwarf for saying a brain dead thing, and then all you hear in the background is just.
I mean, it was my favorite episode this week, so...
Well, because Koisuru Asteroid wasn't a thing.
well,
I'm very upset about that.
I like
There's no
Plunderer a
Koisuru
lot.
Asteroid this week. I'm so upset. Ooh.
You could have watched the recap episode.
Look, I'm gonna be
could've,
honest.
but I
This
can't
this
check
episode,
off.
like, because I've been saying the whole time that MHA isn't funny and there's nothing cute in it, and then Ari talking about the candied apples, I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. And then
It's super
I
cute!
forgot Gentle exists, and I laughed at
You forgot that the like
Shadman Gentle exists?
I forgot he was funny. I knew he was a thing.
I don't.
Vindy, how
sometimes
is this brand
Craftsdwarf
real?
Says,
How is
I
this
don't-
man real?
I was about to say I don't know how to I don't. I don't understand how Craftsdwarf exists on the same plane of existence as me. I don't know how you forget that Gentle exists.
I did not forget that Gentle exists.
So while these two
I
are
just
arguing,
forgot
let's just talk about how
that there
low
was,
key.
like,
You see that
humor.
tiny.
So what are
the
you?
girl who
really
hangs
quickly,
out with
what are you
gentle,
editing?
the midget.
Whoever's editing this episode, as long as it's What the What, because I know Craftsdwarf won't want to do this. Can you go back and just splice in when Craftsdwarf said, "I forgot about gentle," right after he says, "I forgot the gentle. I didn't forget the gentle exists." Right before that,
What if I don't want to do that, Vindy?
You know what the what?
Huh.
I don't care what you want to do.
Okay.
Maybe you just didn't fucking hear me properly, or
Okay,
Discord.
but
No,
anyway, back to what
I
was
don't
saying.
worry. I heard you.
Have
properly.
you guys seen? Hey, Vindy, I forgot her name. What's the little girl? What's the girl who hangs out
La
with Gentle?
Brava.
Oh, La Brava. That's right. So
La Brava.
let's talk about La Brava real quick, boys. Let's talk about.
Oh my god! I think What the What being horny for La Brava is potentially the worst thing that's
I'm
ever
not.
happened
It's
in
a
the history
fucking
of the
joke.
Weeb Club.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh yeah.
fucking
real,
nuts talking
yeah,
fan.
Oh,
You don't
yeah.
know what a
What
fucking joke is.
dude.
Holy shit.
What a joke, dude. Yeah, totally joking, man. You got me there. What a joke.
No, okay, no, we did back up because like
pretty
funnier
funny.
than what being hornier for La Brava is like okay, minor spoiler for later. Minette, like because people give Minette a shit for him like wanting Eri to grow
I
up.
love Mineta. He's so
Yeah,
funny.
but Mirio doesn't even want to wait. He's ready to go on a date right fucking
Okay,
now.
okay,
He's
I'm
ready
done.
to
I'm
fucking get
fucking
engaged to this
out.
child. He's ready to marry this child. But no, Mirio is an exception because he's people like him. But no, Mineta gets more hate. What happened? Where'd they go?
I do hate Craftsdwarf. I see a Craftsdwarf. I say kill, destroy, swag.
Yeah, the fact that you watch this MHA episode and have the gall to, like, there's so many things that have to go through your mind before you do that, right? Like, first of all, you have to click on the Weeb Club voice chat. You have to click record. And then you have to go through the decision to say, I'm going to say that Mirio wants to go on a date with Eri. Like, look, this is
said
another
it.
example. No,
I'm
this is
literally
another-
quoting the show.
No,
I'm literally
this is
quoting the
another
show.
example of Craftsdwarf projecting. If you notice,
I'm
if
giving
you
a
notice,
fucking screen cap.
if you
Holy
notice
shit.
What the What, did you
Yes.
notice how earlier, right? Like, he called Eri cute for the first time, and now he's talking about the first thing he says is going on a date with Eri.
It is
all
very
comes
strange.
back
It
to
is very
Craftsdwarf-
strange, Vindy. I
the
do think it's very
show.
strange. It's very
It all
strange,
comes
Vindy.
back to Craftsdwarf projecting
Look,
onto
you
MHA.
guys like say shit about me not like paying attention, but then like you guys legitimately like had your like brains turned off and
Dick in
weren't
hand
reading the
because
fucking
Mirio was on screen. He's a
subtitles.
sexy boy.
Oh my god.
There's a lot of things happening right now. This all started when I made a funny joke because I was gonna lead into like a haha La Brava haha hey Craftsdwarf, can you relate? Because she's a little girl. But then Craftsdwarf had to go unga bunga. Mirio wants to dick a little girl, and then Vinny says Mirio was on screen, my dick was out. So then now it's just become I don't know what it's become. I'm just scared for my life.
Are you about to look me in the eyes and tell me that when Mirio isn't on screen in this arc, you're not rock hard ready? Because, like, I don't know if we can be friends if that's the case, dog.
So viewers,
Like,
please comment down below if who is more degenerate this episode. Type 1 for Vindy.
Craftsdwarf.
Type 2 for
Nothing.
Craftsdwarf.
Okay,
Type
you know
3 for
what?
both of them.
Homophobe. What is degenerate about being hard for a dude? Like,
No, well, you know, it was on the same. Listen, it's like accelerated because in the same scene is also where Ares in there too.
Can we talk about? No. Shut the fuck up. Look, can we talk about homophobe? What the what? All right.
That's not
He's
true.
like,
That's
which
not
is
true.
more degenerate, wanting to dig down a 4-year-old little girl or being into
That's
dudes?
not- no,
like,
no, no,
hello.
no.
That is literally a direct quote
not a direct
from
quote.
What the
That's
What.
not a direct
Direct
quote.
quote,
Not a
dude.
direct
What the
quote.
What
Yeah,
is just the
that's
biggest
not a direct
homophobe.
quote. Not a direct quote.
Cancel What the What.
You're gonna make. You're gonna make me start fucking talking about how much about fucking La Brava if you don't fucking make me. You don't fucking stop.
Yeah, talk about La Brava, dude.
La Brava is a character with twin tails.
Do you think La Brava's a homophobe like you?
Ooh, La Brava said trans rights. Ooh.
What the the fuck is going on?
Did you know
Anyway,
that?
I posted a screen cap in chat. I'm objectively correct. Deku, like, right after he says that, Deku's like, hey, maybe you shouldn't use that fucking word or he'll get canceled. Like, that's the fucking joke.
Craftsdwarf, I don't understand how you can exist. Like, okay, it's obvious. I don't even want to say anything because I know that you know that you're just being like a fucking I'm so angry.
You know what? I take back what I said earlier. Vindy getting mad is really funny.
I'm so mad. Because
Craftsdwarf, I told you it's so much funnier because when it was me, it's obviously exaggerated with me. Vindy's actually mad.
Vindy doesn't get mad as often, so it's
so much funnier when he's
happens.
mad. See, I told you, Craftsdwarf. I told you. You didn't listen to me.
When were you guys talking about me getting mad?
When you were pissing before we started.
When you were pissing and shitting and coming about how much you wanted to fuck Mirio, the underage boy.
No, he's a senior in high school. He could be 18.
He could be.
17's the legal age in Texas. 17's the legal age in Texas. That's all I'm saying.
Enough, it will be.
Motherfucker's legal. Motherfucker's legal.
Okay.
No matter what.
Okay, headcanon. Whatever. Okay.
Back
to the episode. Back to the episode. I forgot that Gentle's power was fucking Kino, and he made the fucking convenience store like a bounce castle, and then he was like, "We do not steal the money."
He's 18 according to the wiki. Let's go.
So Gentle is like, "I don't do it for the money. I do it for the clouts." And then he leaves and he starts pouring the fucking tea and it splashes in their fucking eyes because he's stupid. And it's like splashes in the Brava's eyes. She's like, "Ow, ow, it's hot." And then he's like, "Haha, we will soon find a target worthy of clouts." And then it splashes in his eyes. He's like, "Oh, fuck, it's hot." He's spilling the tea, boys.
See, for me, the part that actually, like, that was funny and also, amusing. And the part that got me was when he's like, "Oh, look, 2 heroes." And then there's 5 heroes. And he's like, "Well, shit."
Well, something that I love about this Gentle thing is that, like, I think MHA does a pretty good job at not only showing, what is a hero, but it kind of goes into, like,
what a villain
how
is.
does, like, well, no, something I like about Gentle is, like, the way he uses, like, having an online presence, right? Like, Gentle's the kind of guy who would have social media influencer, which is a shitty term, by the way. I fucking hate it.
But
he's the kind of guy who would have social media influencer in his Instagram bio.
Vinny's gonna put fucking social media influencer in his fucking bio too.
Bet.
Do it right now.
That's the title of the episode, isn't it? Social media influencers.
Yeah, that's probably
I'll put my bio right now, bro.
Yeah, do it. Put it in your bio right now.
Social media influencer. There, it's in my Twitter bio. Fuck you.
No, it's not. Hold on.
But yeah, like.
Oh yeah, there it is.
I like the way it uses like the way that like social media and like online video making would factor into, like Gentle uses it because he's a villain, and so that kind of idea would help his I don't know what you call it. Like,
I do like that Gentle has enough class to like not show him beating up the heroes, or not to steal the money, or to not put a shitty anime at the top of Mal. What?
Whoa!
Whoa!
But yeah, like, so that's something I really like about Gentle that I think it's interesting to see in this arc, because that's something that we see like earlier. Deku watches videos of All Might, but it's interesting seeing a villain who's kind of like Gentle's not a good guy. But Gentle's still
he's a cool guy, man.
Yeah, he's like an enjoyable, cool, fun guy. And so it's fun seeing that he uses that for like an online presence in a way that other villains don't really do. I like that aspect of Gentle's character, and I think it's something that people don't really talk about.
Now imagine imagine the scene where Shigaraki rips off like fucking Overhaul's hands, but instead he's vlogging. He's like, "Hey guys, welcome to another League of Villains vlog."
Hey guys.
Hey, the social media influencer villain here, Shigaraki with the League of Villains. Oh, look, we have here bitch boy Overhaul. We're gonna take off his hands. Boom, bitch. Boom, you just got depowered. What you gonna do? Let's go, boys.
Shiggy Paul here, walking through their suicide forest.
This video
I
is
don't
sponsored.
see any dead bodies.
Before we go forward, ripping off Overhaul's hands, this video is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
What if in the next chapter of MHA, where it just has a 2-page spread about Raid Shadow Legends? Like, this chapter is sponsored by Raid Shadow Legends.
No, it's like 2 entire different spreads on across 4 pages. And it's just Shigaraki talking about Raid Shadow Legends. I love it. MHA would be the best manga of all time. Oh my god. Why do we never actually talk about MHA though?
We do. Okay, here's what I'm mad about. Here's the other thing I'm mad about. We just went right into Gentle and skipped the entire first half of the episode, which is... Okay, so I do want to say Gentle's voice is fucking perfect.
Oh, he's great. He's great.
But I actually want to talk about the first half of the episode because I actually enjoyed it. I enjoyed the first half of the episode more than the Gentle shit. Not just because I think Jiro is the cutest and best and hottest MHA girl, but... That's part of it, but also I really like this first part of the arc. There's a lot of things in it that I really enjoy, and I wanted to talk about it. But then we went right into fucking some dumb fuck saying that Mirio wants to fuck Eri.
I never said that. You guys assumed that. I said he wants to marry her.
I never said that.
So
there's a difference.
So to put the conversation back on track, I really I forgot this arc. Is all just building up to this one, because it's all building up to probably one of the best moments in all of MHA, in my opinion. And it's
I would call it the best moment in MHA, definitely.
No, well, because it makes you fucking ball, but it's
yeah, no, I definitely think it's my favorite moment in the manga.
It's really cool how they're all coming up with the ideas that they think would be fun, but then they're like, wait, this is for everybody else, and if we do this activity, we'll put too much strain on other people, stress other people out, we'll put too much effort on this. We have to think about how this is going to affect the thing as a whole, and then they come up with the fucking dance party, the way to relieve stress, and then fucking Denki, good boy Denki, says that he's you should fucking do music because it's really cool when you play music, and it's really cool that you have a hobby like that. Because she's insecure, she's like,
look, when he goes up to her, it's it's super cool you can play those instruments, and she's like, oh my god.
No, she's like the entire time she's like, everybody else has hobbies that relate to hero work. Mine doesn't. It's just a hobby. And they're like, no, are you kidding? That's cool. You're amazing. And then she's like, fine, I'll do it. And they're all like, yeah.
And I mean, part of it's hard to talk about because it fits so well in with later. And something that I love about this arc is that it gives Jiro. Sorry, I'm actually super sick. It gives Jiro this character arc that works super well outside of just
deep dope.
Jiro has a character arc that it's not the same as Kirishima's character arc or a lot of the other MHA characters' character arcs.
Because it's not based around.
It's related specifically to being a hero. Jiro's arc is almost about embracing the parts of her that aren't a hero, and I think that that's so cool for MHA to actually talk about. And we even see it earlier, with Mino, right? Mina, where she's dancing.
You called her fucking Mino.
Because her name's Ashido Mina, and I got a little bit confused for a second. I'm sorry. But, we see it with Mina, where she's dancing. And so, there's this idea kind of in this arc about people have different hobbies outside of just being a hero.
I think that more so ties into the idea that there's more than one way to be a hero. Because they kind of pointed out that, this entire arc is about, helping people and, quote-unquote, saving them in ways that don't require, the usual hero activities, right? There's more than one way to be a hero. Hero doesn't just mean superhero. Hero doesn't mean fighting and all that shit. There's other ways you can be a hero. And that's what I think is so cool about this is because this moment, because what saves, because that's what Eri's part is so great in this is they don't save, Eri's still not saved. Even though they took her from Overhaul, even though they beat everybody, and even though they took her out of that horrible situation, they still didn't save her because she's not smiling. And it's
I would say even then, I would say Mirio isn't a perfect hero yet, but Mirio becomes a perfect hero, and he still doesn't have he doesn't have his quirk right now. And being a hero isn't about your quirk. It isn't about your power. It isn't about your strength. It's about more than that.
There's more to being a hero.
And that's something that I love about this arc is that I'm not gonna say every MHA character is like this, but I think it does kind of touch on it with Aoyama, and then it kind of does it with Mina a little bit, but then it does it with Jiro, where this arc has people as it shows that some of the characters in Class A. I'm not gonna say all of them because I obviously don't think Horiko's touched on all of them as much, but there are like the heroes and like people that are heroes, they're more than just being a hero, right? There's other parts of you that you can work into you as a hero to become like your own person, right? And I think that like it's great with Jiro here because she like kind of furthers herself along becoming a hero and is a hero to people, not just because of the way her quirk can be used or the way she like actually, you know, saves people from dying, but it's a bigger thing that goes into music and all this other shit, and the way that she can use that to be a hero to people is like really cool, and I really like this arc for that. Oh, what says hold on. Oh no. Poor what he just died. So that's actually that kind of blows. You know what? I have something to post here. Or Craftsdwarf. So, do you see this dinosaur chicken nugget?
Yes.
And then you see Dialga?
Yes.
They're the same. What do you think of this image? Or what do you think of this? Like the first part of the episode we're talking about. Did you just get bored and think it's mid?
Yeah. It's the same old should I read the manga? I already know how it resolves. Like, whatever.
But do you think that, do you think it's bad in the manga, or do you think that, like...
I just don't care about Class A.
You know, I'm trying so hard to, like... Because, I don't know, I think that, like, there's... I definitely agree with people who are like, you know, I don't care about Kinnikuman Boy, or I don't care about the man who talks to animals.
But I don't care about 99% of the characters in this series.
Right, but, like, I hate you, because I think there is, like, a level of, like, Hori doesn't expect you to care about everyone all at once, but there is definitely, like, a, you know, this arc is supposed to kind of give Jiro a lot, and kind of show you that, like, wow, Jiro's actually kind of
and maybe when they
cool
give
character.
When we finally get to the episode, maybe I'll care about Jiro more, but, like the earlier episode with Kirishima, I was like, hey, oh, yeah, Kirishima, he's fine, you know, so maybe I'll get that with Jiro later.
Okay. I mean, I don't know.
I
just think Jiro's really cute. Like, when she was touching her little earphone jacks together, and she was like, I don't know, music, and she was like touching her hair. I was like, oh my god, you're just the best MHA girl. I don't know how to, she's so fucking good. I love Jiro.
Oh, simping are we?
Oh, dude, I simp hard, dog.
Okay, so, I think the moment that got me this episode is when they're like talking about like the fruit she likes, and then Mirio's like, you like peaches, right? Because you're sweet like a peach. She's like, I like apples. He's like, yes, of course, apples. I'm gonna peel them for you. But then
Mirio is so great. I love it.
Because he's trying so fucking hard. But then the best part is when like Deku figures out there's a different way he can like there's a different way they could save her, right? And they fucking. And then they tell her about the candy apples because she likes apples, and all of a sudden she's like, "What? It's fucking amazing!" And she forgot how she says she forgot how to fucking smile.
The way when Deku realized that, I realized like to save Eri, we have to make her smile, and he instantly goes to Aizawa and is like, "Hey, can we bring Eri?" And he's like, oh my god, Deku, you're a genius. Like that conversation. Did you see his face? Because like, I love Eraserhead. I think he's great. Like that conversation between
Eraserhead's like fucking big brain time now.
And like that almost touches on something I did want to bring up earlier when we talked about what. And something that I like is that like okay, first of all, I do want to say I almost am starting to wish the MHA spent more time focusing on the school aspect, because I think that like the idea of a hero school and like the schooling shit is one of the parts of MHA I wish was talked about more.
Well, I think
because
the issue,
I think it could be done really well.
The issue is that it kind of like sometimes when it does it, it's good, but other times we get Class A versus Class B,
right?
Which makes you want to fucking jump off a ledge.
And I think that part of the reason Class A versus Class B is so bad, and I'm not gonna say that, you know, this is entirely it, but I think that like because I almost want to say that I think Horikoshi kind of jumped the gun a little too much in introducing them being heroes outside of just the school, because I think if the manga had focused more on the schooling aspect, Class A versus Class B wouldn't have been as bad whenever it came up. But that being said, that like I think there is a lot of good in like the school part of it, and something that I like that they kind of touched on is like tensions are really high right now after everything that's happened UA, and that like they need this school festival. It's just open to people that are directly involved or people that go to the school, just as kind of a way for that. Because you even see how excited the hero course is for a normal school thing. And so it becomes this idea where for them just being able to be normal kids for a little bit is cathartic, and it is like a release from all of the constant.
Well, I think like if you look at the parts where the school part works the best, it's definitely school festivals at the top, like no contest.
Right.
Below that, I think even like the whole shit with Bakugo and Todoroki, like trying to like with the kids. It's when they actually like kind of bother exploring the different aspects, like taking a typical school thing and then twisting it, right?
Right.
But like the thing with Class A versus Class B, which anime owners will find out later, is that it's just fighting. It's just like a test of fight. It's like 50 chapters of just fighting, and it's like with characters that they really haven't like worked with yet. Whereas something like the whole thing with Todoroki and Bakugo, it was only 4 characters that they mainly focus on.
Right.
With this one, even though you have the rest of Class A, it's mainly focusing on Jiro, Bakugo, Deku, Mirio, Eri, and like certain major people.
I love Bakugo in this art.
Bakugo's so good in this art, but that's my point, right? Is that they don't like Class A versus Class B's thing is that because we already have so many characters in Class A that listen, the only characters I can think of that have had arcs thus far that make the characters stick out are Denki maybe, Kirishima, Mina kind of, a little bit of Aoyama, Momo, Todoroki, Deku, Bakugo, Momo, Fravi, and
right, and
it's
I definitely agree that like I don't think everyone in Class A is meant like I think it is obvious when you watch or read through MHA that not every character is supposed to get the same level of depth.
Yeah, half those motherfuckers don't even matter.
Right, but there are characters that like
that do
Hori definitely wants you to care about.
Yeah, but
I think that with those characters he wants you to like, I think he does a pretty good job with them.
He should stick to arcs if he wants to do the school stuff. He should stick to arcs where it's just like 5 characters at most that he focuses on, because that's when he's the best. When he starts shoving all these motherfuckers in my face, I'm like, who are they? I don't care. Get them out of my face. Which is why like even the Bakugo, like before the Bakugo retrieval arc where they're going to like when Muscular shows up, I don't really like that much because it's like look at all their quirks. I'm like, I only care about 5 of them, bro.
Oh, and like the forest arc?
Yeah, I don't see. It's like I don't know, because I feel like he should at least do more arcs where it's just he only focuses on like groups of 5.
Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know, because I think you're right, but like something that really hit me this episode that I didn't even notice is that I love the moment where just the way they get like, because it didn't hit me until watching this episode, but the way they get so excited about just a normal school thing
is that they want to be normal
I
kids
feel like,
too.
Right, it shows that like they're not, even though they are training to be heroes and they are in the hero course, they're not pro heroes yet. They're still high schoolers, and so the idea of a school festival is exciting to them, and that kind of gives them this release from the constant hero course of, well, all this shit's going wrong, you know, you guys have to deal with this, but that's they need that release, and that's what this arc is really good at, is it's showing that like all these people and these heroes and all these people that are stuck in this constant terrible stuff, like it plays off of the fact that even Horikoshi has said that the previous arc was so dark for him
that he had to make it lighter.
It was kind of hard to write at times. This arc is the release of that.
Yeah.
And it's so great.
But that's what I think is the problem, is that like Horikoshi a lot of the times, and this is kind of like a problem with I think with a certain manga we're going to discuss later, Fire Force, is that like I feel like we need less world impending doom shit and more just arcs where we can just characterize, like give more character interaction, character moments.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, so we don't get Class A versus Class the fucking travesty. What's that arc? God. Yeah.
We should probably move on from MHA though, because we've been recording for a long time. So finish your point. We'll go on to the next.
Well, the next thing we're going to talk about, none of us are going to say shit. Here we go, boys.
I hate that shit.
I fucking want to die.
Part of me is like, well, I ran out of things to say about MHA like 20 minutes ago, but then the other part of me is like, oh yeah, Magia Record.
We have to talk about complete garbage. Are you ready, boys?
All right.
It's time. Can we fucking talk about how Magia Record actively and on purpose attempts to destroy the rules and the fundamentals of the Madoka universe every time it has a new episode?
Well, so first of all, here's all I need to pee really bad again. But here's what I'm gonna say before I go pee again. I don't remember whose idea it was to watch this shitty gacha. Two things. First of all, I don't know who the fuck idea it was to watch the shitty gacha anime. Whichever one of y'all it is, I hate you.
Both of ours.
The other thing is, Namaji keeps saying, "Oh, remember we all stand Magia Record episode 1?" Bitch, I never stand. I don't trust gacha anime.
We never stand it.
No,
we never
y'all
stand
do
it.
stand. Y'all were like, "Oh, Magia Record."
We were like, we were
episode 1.
debunking the fucking stupid complaints of it.
I'm excited, and I was like, "No, gacha anime."
How are we supposed to predict that it would let us down in the second fucking episode?
Look, I've never seen a gacha anime except Cinderella Girls, and I didn't even like. Well, yeah.
Well, Cinderella Girls is the example of how to do a gacha anime done right, but we're not talking about that right now.
Yeah. So
we're talking about how y'all are done.
Like, what other bad gacha anime have you seen?
Me, none.
I don't need to watch gacha anime to know they're bad. My brain's
wow, fucking anime snob over here. I don't need to read
Give
One
us a
Piece
Greek
to know
accent
it's
before you
bad.
go to the bathroom real quick.
Okay, do we need to talk? Okay, I'm gonna go pee, and then I'm gonna explain why you're stupid.
No, we're not gonna do that. Craftsdwarf. Okay, so let's rant about the fact that Monika's world was originally made so that magical girls work alone because the system forces them to.
Yeah, it pushes them against each other so that they don't actually realize, hey, the system's fucked. Maybe we should push against the system or not get involved in it.
And because if they were together like that, the cloudiness of their gems would cause them to turn into witches. And they would know about that. But no one in the Madoka universe knows about that until, like, fucking one of them fucking dies. So the very idea that this show is doing...
Yeah, like I was talking about that last time, and they did, quote unquote, explain it where it's a different thing in the world, but that doesn't, keep going. Like, I just wanted
the cloudiness of the gems, when it's first introduced, is kind of like it's kind of dangerous. Why? Fuck, I don't know. Like, they don't even know why it's dangerous. They just know it's bad, right? To clear up the murkiness of their gems because their magic will be stronger if they clear it up, right? That's the entire reason. So, like, what is this bullshit where they're like, haha, it works to our advantage, and then they get witch powers? Because then that spoils one of the fundamental plot twists of the entire series.
Well, yeah, because it's because it's a gacha anime. Like they had when you're playing the gacha anime, you have all these magic girls. Okay, do I have to worry about them turning into witches? No, they don't become witches here. Instead, when they over rely on their magic powers or fall to despair, they get cool power boosts and like JRPG super attacks. Because fuck the themes of the original.
Shut up,
Here's
Vinny,
why you're dumb,
We're talking about how the Magia Record actively shits on the rules of the fucking series that it's based on. Because what is this? Why did they get a fucking Zenkai boost now when they get why did they go fucking Super Saiyan when their gems fucking get cloudy? Even though in the series they said the cloudiness of their gems makes their magic worse or some shit, which is the fun reasoning that QB gave them. But now QB can't go into the city because all the magical girls are hanging out in the one city, and there's a fucking cult of like weirdos who use witches, which doesn't even make sense. First of all.
Dude, Vindy, did you like that fucking Pokemon fucking Mitama's security shit where she throws a green Pokeball and a witch comes out?
If that's the most recent chapter, dog,
No, Mitama's had this for a while.
Yeah, no, I like that, but...
No, I just made a joke about Magia Record.
I like it.
No, it's Mitama.
I like Mitama. Here's the thing. Here's what I'm going to say. Because I said before I went to go pee that I hate Craftsdwarf. I'm going to explain why. So the reason that Cinderella Girls works as a gacha anime is because it doesn't try to tell the story of a gacha. It tells its own story with the characters from the gacha and makes kind of an interesting point. And it's really good because of that. However, when you have something like Magia Record, where the story of the gacha inherently ties in to the story of the anime, but you have it spread out to all these different little tendrils, it fundamentally can't fit. No. It fundamentally can't fit into the story of a gacha. and that's why it just like
Look,
doesn't
Vindy,
work.
I'm just gonna say, because your point is that gacha anime are bad based on two wholly different examples.
No, my point is that I'm smart,
And you're assuming that they're all like the bad one and not the like.
No, no. My point is that this one was gonna be bad because like when you have a story in a gacha anime, like okay.
Look, yeah, you could say this anime is bad. I'm not gonna say all gacha anime are bad when I've only seen the same two gacha anime that you have.
I can't wait for Love Live Nijigaku to prove you wrong. But anyway, Craftsdwarf, can you do me a favor and look up who wrote this? Because I'm noticing a trend here. Whenever Gen Urobuchi starts doing something and then says, "Here, guys, take it, bitch," and they take it, they're like. They don't have Urobuchi's big fucking brain, and they go, "What do we do?" Duh. It makes me upset.
It's almost like Urobuchi's a talented writer.
Urobuchi's a god. Urobuchi made Kamen Rider Gaim, and that's like a testament to the fucking power of humanity right there.
I don't watch Terrible Toku, but Psycho-Pass is a god tier fucking anime.
So, everybody, did you hear that? Vindy just called Toku terrible, so I hate him and he should die.
No, I didn't call all Toku
You haven't
terrible.
even seen Gaim! Gaim is fucking...
I called some
No,
Toku
you said... I said Gaim, you said you don't watch Terrible Toku. You should fucking end yourself.
Yeah. Force is good. Force is good.
Force!
Vindy, the fucking anime snob over here. Everything's bad even though I haven't watched it.
If I'm the anime snob, I'm calling WattheWut
Give us a fucking Greek accent real quick. And say.
I don't think I can do a Greek accent.
Do your best.
Fucking try.
Do your best.
I don't even know what the Greeks say. Well, you're. I don't know, dude. The closest I have to any kind of a Greek accent I've seen Hercules, right now. Bro. No, I'm not gonna try. That's not happening.
Anyway,
real quick, I looked up the Magia Record writers. I'm just gonna link this thread I found on Reddit because there's some names listed there just in they're fucking Japanese. They're listed under yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. It's like the F4 scenario writing team or something like that. Like,
why did you leave
F4 scenario team? So basically, not Gen Urobuchi. So it's written by other people. We don't know how much involvement he did. That's just like, well, even if his name's on it, like, it's.
That just means he was in the room one day, or they called him on the phone. And he was like, "Yeah, sure, go."
Yeah, like the Ghost in the Shell movie had the approval of, like the live action one, they always say that.
Like people say the same shit about All No Zero, but All No Zero, as far as I'm aware, he gave them the framework and he wrote the first episode and then fucked off. And then
we should watch All No Zero.
That's the thing is, I will say, like, I always hear that is that like people always say he writes the good parts and then leaves, and I don't know if that's like 100% true. If like I don't track down the sources for these things, but at least in this case, like the gacha was not written by him. I'm gonna see if he's on the staff of the anime actually.
Well, I almost don't even want to say like specifically it's Ginner. Like my whole point is that like when you take the idea, so. If you have a gacha that has like this overarching story, but also has specific character arcs, even if the gacha is well done and relates into the theme of Madoka, I think trying to fit a gacha and the way that gacha are structured storytelling-wise into an anime just doesn't work fundamentally. I think it's the same problem you get a lot of the time where you have VN adaptations of anime, where when you're trying to fit something that has these different webs and stretches out and is this whole longer thing.
Yeah, Love Live Nijigaku.
I just don't want
anime. I just don't think it works most of the time.
It's like fucking. The thing is, like, right, Madoka's world. Like there are very clearly things that you can explore with Madoka's rules. It's just that, we've done it before. Like we have the framework, the mystery behind Iroha's sister. But we're not doing that. Now we're focusing on dumbass Hammer Girl, and then Kyoko shows up and does a thing going, "Remember me?" and then the studio audience claps. I'm like, what the fuck is this?
Right, and that's what I'm saying is that like that's where I think the problem is because it's a gacha. They have to show these other girls that and they have to show the original characters, and they can't get back to the main plot of the thing because there isn't enough of like the main story to last a full series, so they have to give us a hint and then wait, and then at the end of the show we'll go back to the main.
By the way,
that's the problem.
Audience, can we also point out the last time Vindy was going over the girl with the hammer and the fang, but she was the like most lolly of the entire cast of the show so far.
This is
know
okay.
what you're trying
This
to
whole
prove.
podcast is like the three of us like throwing like we all grab each other and then just jump under the lolicon bus because we're all trying to throw each other under.
Hold on. I have never once awoogaed over a lolly. I'm not a lolicon like y'all.
What just
I'm
called
not
What do you mean
a
never
writer.
once you did?
What is literally
I
calling you
have
out
video
on it
proof.
right now?
You have no proof.
We have video proof.
Well, you don't have video of me. You just have audio of me. That's not good enough. Audio can be doctored.
Okay, what are you gonna tell me next? You're gonna tell me that it was all just a joke, and that actually everybody
No.
else knows it's a joke?
No.
And that if I make fun of you for it, I fell for the
Vindy,
flex?
if Felicia presented her toes to you, what would you do?
That is not. That has nothing to do with the conversation.
That's the tea, sis.
What if they were
That is
really like
completely
sweaty and stinky
unrelated.
after like hours of witch fighting?
Craftsdwarf, this is completely unrelated. I don't understand what A and B. I don't understand how you're taking 1 and W and coming up with 4. Like, there's no.
Well,
The math
if
doesn't work, I'm sorry.
If W equals 4, then 1 times W will equal 4. So, like, you know,
Should we move on from this terrible show? Can we talk
basically,
about Plunderer?
well, no, I wanted
Magia Record score lowers every time I watch it.
Well, because, like, I talked about the theme last time, but, like, honestly, like, the way... Because the thing with Monica is, you know, one of the things I probably mentioned before, because I like it about it, is that it's doing a lot thematically and a few different, like, ideas, and it's, like, just in this really dense, tightly written package, and by like, you know, going back... Like, with Kyoko's line, she's, like, saying that, you know, Felicia should be more selfish and think more about herself. So now you got this, like, okay, so you're bringing up selfishness in this, like, because I was talking about, like, the sort of, like, forcing kindness onto others, and then how it resolves is, like, she finally, like, you know, releases her grief in a way that isn't just anger. So you got, like, 3 or 4 ideas going that, and none of them really work with each other at all. Like, it's just kind of things happening. Like, it's not... It's just so thematically muddled, it just doesn't end up...
fucking there. Iroha's just fucking there now, and it's making me angry. It's making me so mad.
Yeah, and look, it definitely is at the point where I don't know if you guys like think it's as obvious as I do, but like the last 2 or 3 episodes are gonna be all real plot shit that's gonna matter, and Iroha's gonna be important again, and it's all gonna be set up for the future fucking bullshit, like the next series, because, you know, something has to matter. But until then, like, we're just stuck watching this terrible garbage bullshit.
Can God Chad or Urobuchi just come back, please? Can
Well,
God
but,
Chad
like,
or Urobuchi just come back?
I think that obviously he will in the next actual thing, but I just don't expect it now.
Anyway, I did have one of the things to talk about, because I think I was talking about it before we started recording, because I realized that when, like, okay, because, you know, obviously there's witches, so that means it takes place, you know, during Homura's time loop, so while she was doing that for, you know, however many months or years relative to her, you know, experience, it's taking place, like, basically right before or during, because, like, the blurb at the start of the anime says that Monica comes to Kamihama looking for Homura, so that means they know each other, which means this is, like, gonna happen during one of the time loops.
Wait, I'm sorry, what?
What?
Wait. Did they say that Monica's going there for Homura?
That's what if you go to my analyst, that's what, like, the blurb advertise. That's the first thing I've ever known about Magia Record, is that Monica is looking for Homura.
I'm done.
Yeah.
Can we talk about how that's the first... No, here's the thing. I want to mention this. No. That's the first blurb on my anime list. We are on episode 7, and this hasn't shown up once.
That's what I just, like, kind of realized when I was thinking about the time, because Kyoko and Mami are both here. Like, we you know, they were magical girls before the series started, so that's understandable. But, like, so what I'm realizing is that, like, the fact that...
Magia Record is so
Please never do a Randy Newman again. I can't handle that.
myself,
I was still talking, but, you know, go ahead. You do you.
Oh my god, what's Randy Newman? I can't handle it.
Okay, let me finish. So basically my point is that, like, either one, they didn't think about it at all, and it's just not going to make sense when you actually try to think about it logically, because, you know, somehow 90% of works, you know, who do time travel just fuck it up somehow. or B is like it's just like Homero's involved in fucking shit up because like that's the reason this time is different because she's involved with Kamihama City. She's one of the Magia or the whatever the fuck three. There was a pink-haired one, so Yui's probably involved in it too. Like, whatever. I don't.
Yeah, I definitely am ready to kill myself every time I watch the show.
And I think to myself, Magia Record sucks.
All right, let's talk about Plunderer. Because I've said everything I can say about this episode of Magia Record. So.
Roll the OP, and then I have something to show. Here's the main thing I have to say about this episode.
I see Hina's panties.
Can you look at this? Can we talk about this? Just there was a lot of parts of this episode I would
This
have liked a
dumb
lot.
bitch makes food that tastes like poo. And
look
I
like-
think to
if it-
myself, why is her number still
The author of the manga
77?
can draw, and these guys have issues sometimes.
Can we talk about
like-
the fact that her number has not changed since episode fucking 1?
Yeah, because she hasn't cooked food.
What is she doing then?
And like, I want to talk about how great Lynn is, and how she wore an apron, and she kicked boys, and how I love her. But like, the show looks like this. I don't know how I can like. Look, I could horny through Ichigo 100% because it was funny, right? It's not funny anymore to be like, I love Lynn. She's super cute.
Well, yeah, because
She
see, with
kicks boys, and then
Sasuke,
I
it was
see
funny
her
because
panties.
like I kind of got where you were coming from, but the art wasn't good, and it was to piss one off. That was the whole reason.
Right,
But with
that's
Lynn,
why
I
it was
legitimately think
funny.
Lynn is like the best girl in the series. Like, it's not funny when it's true.
If the art was great, Lynn would probably be one of my favorite girls of all time.
Oh, okay.
But
She's
it's
going to be Vindy. I've told you she only gets better. So, this episode is filler.
Is it really?
Are you?
This show is trash. Holy
I keep going, but
shit.
Vindy's not here. Okay, so let me
Why
explain.
would they
Okay, so at the end of the
make this
episode, when
filler?
Jail and Lynn are chasing after Licht, and they run into the soldier, and he's like, the demon. The post-credit scene, basically, that happened in the same chapter as all the Pelmo shit last episode. Like, so what happened in the actual chapter is Licht and Hina, like, they wrap up the start of this episode where Hina, I think they flash back to Hina, like, he's like, oh, sorry, I don't take blood well, because we saw the number in his eye. Then they leave, and then we cut to Licht, or not Licht, Jail, Pele, and Lynn. They're chasing after Licht. They see the burning village. They go. They find the soldier. All that happens. So that is what happens in the manga. Everything between with the cooking, with Jail running into, and the fight that destroyed the town, the drinking stuff, filler, or anime original content rather.
What?
That's why last time I said, like, I don't know when we're close to the point, because, like, this is, I saw from the preview, shit that didn't have in the manga. And
So first of all, I even liked the idea of them all being big gay friends. I liked it, because I think that's something that happens, like, with Lynn already. And, like, I like seeing that, like, even though,
I'll comment on the original content, but because I had specific things to say, but go on.
I like that, like, even though, they're supposed to capture Licht, like, they don't really care. And, like, they're friends with Licht at the end of the day, especially Lynn, where she wants to just blow him. And I liked the joke about, like, they were both, like, Lynn was like, oh, well, I knew him back here, we dated for a little bit. And he was like, yeah, we traveled together, and sometimes he looks at my panties. And it's like, yeah, like, that's 10 out, and, like, I like that.
My favorite part of the episode was a joke that I thought was really funny. So, well, first, the part with Hina, like, hunting the bear and stuff, that's actually lifted from a later part of the manga. Like, that's a joke and reveal, like, later, and it is funnier in the manga, I thought. But the part that got me laughing was when they're doing the cooking contest, and Nana's like, I'll help Hina, and she's, like, doing fucking, like, cooking show with the bear, like, explaining how to break its parts so you can best get the meat out, and Nana's like, I'm just gonna go back to commentating. That was legitimately funny.
Right, yeah, it was good. And, like, okay, here's my problem with them doing. Because look, I'm just gonna call all anime original. You call it filler. You're like, oh, anime original. No, bitch, this is filler. The manga is at 14 fucking volumes. You don't need to put filler in a even 25 episode anime. You are not adapting a volume every 2 episodes.
One is that the arc that's going in the manga right now is incomplete, which might not stop them. And 2, I was talking with Funky, who he's actually read Plunderer, and he said that it probably has to do with like there's an arc starting next episode that technically at the end of this one that I guess the material would end. They're doing it so that it can end at episode 12 basically.
I understand that, but I still think that like putting in filler when you don't need it, because I understand filler with One Piece where they have to do it every week since it started and they can't go past it, right? So I understand filler in that instance. When you have all this time before the manga started in 2014, you've probably been planning the anime for a little bit. I don't think you need to put filler. I think you could have just paced things out more. Why didn't we get a little bit more time with shit from the previous episode? Why didn't we get more shit other places?
Well, that's the thing, is that they're actually spread, like, it's already spread. You're saying, Pat, more time. It's already spread out as it is. Like, I was surprised when the episode wasn't just chapter 1, because instead episode 1 and 2 was chapter 1. Like,
right,
that could have. I think that could, with a good adaptation, that could have been one episode. We could have, been at this episode's material like in episode 5. Under a solid.
Then why
adaptation.
don't we get something else ending at episode like 11 or 12? Why do you have to put filler? Like, there are other ways, and I'm not going to say that I'm a genius at knowing how to pace this shit, so I'm not going to, say that 100% there's a better way to pace it. But I feel like there totally should have been a better way to pace it than what we got now, and it's just kind of ridiculous that you have to put filler in the anime adaptation of a manga that has 14 volumes ahead of the anime.
Yeah, I think they, there's maybe 24 episodes. I don't know where they're planning to end it. I'm not going to find out because we're dropping it after, 12 or 13 episodes, whichever is like the last episode of the season, or whichever just feels like, oh yeah, that feels like a good ending spot. So, we'll read the manga. Eventually, what still hasn't read Beastars. We said
he actually still hasn't read Beastars.
We said that we'd do a follow-up episode to the seasonals where we actually where we've all. I've been caught up for for a month now, at
fucking
least 4 or 5 chapters.
At this point, we should just wait for Beastars to end, because WattheWut's a fucking degenerate.
That's fair.
You ever you ever watch Plunderer, and Plunderer be like, you see Lynn, and then she Lynn sees she sees fucking Lick, and she goes, I'd kiss his lips, give VJs too.
Don't try to butter me up with Randy Newman right now. I'm too angry.
It's too bad this anime is poo, and I think to myself, I can't wait to read the manga.
I'm so angry. I'm so pissed. The fact that this episode is filler,
this makes me very sad. The moment Kraft said it was filler, I just stopped.
I just don't even have anything to say anymore about it. I just don't even want to talk about Plunder anymore. Because, what makes me so mad is, I love everything. I like the story.
Yeah, so writing far. And character-wise, it's good for reasons that aren't, basically everything about the anime adaptation is, as an adaptation, it is not good, but the stuff that, the stuff that survives is just the fact that the source material is actually good,
It's making me mad.
Look, I have a list of things I can't wait to blow your mind with, but, fuck! We need to read the manga.
There's a fucking account called Love Live Fan Cams, and I'm immediately following it right now.
Okay, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares.
I care.
We are talking about Plunderer.
I don't give a shit.
I know you went to plunder her being Yohane.
Yes.
But we are talking
Vindy,
about
if you wanted
Plunderer.
to talk about Plunderer, you came to the wrong fucking podcast.
No, I didn't.
Sorry, I just wanted to call back.
What? No, it's cool.
Everybody follow Love Live Fan Cams on Twitter.com.
God Asian Warrior is a good song.
But yeah, there was a funny part. The rest, it's not like the part where you Lynn punched or kicked the guy. Like I was just thinking, like, is this in character for her? Because I know some specific things that happen.
Yes.
So
what do you mean it's
not a random dude who's not doing anything? She's the sweetest, nicest girl.
Are you about to tell me to my face that it is not in character for the girl who is great because she kicks boys and shows them her panties to not kick a dude?
It's different when it's like a guy just like literally selling her vegetables and a pervert creeping on her. Like there's a difference.
I just want her to kick Craftsdwarf.
I know.
I just want because I'm not a pervert who's gonna creep on girls. Okay.
Oh,
but
well.
I still want to have the fantasy that one day a cute girl will kick me like that. Okay. Why is my entire Twitter timeline now filled with Love Life fan? Are you just retweeting every tweet they have?
Yes, of course I would. Who do you think I am?
All right, we gotta fucking end this.
Anyway, next episode will actually be manga content. So
next episode will be nice. Next episode will be Love Life fan cams.
Vindy, I say we kill WattheWut and then ourselves.
Yeah, please.
Go on Twitter. See the fan
cams for watching this episode
of Love Life.
It's been fun. This has been the Weeb Club with Craftsdwarf, Vindy, and fucking Randy Newman.
And I hate to myself. Dating Warrior's good.
Alright, fuck you.